Rome did not fall in a single day. It rotted from within. At its peak, Rome ruled nearly 70 million people across 3 continents. Its armies were unstoppable. Its roads connected the known world. Its power seemed eternal. It wasn't. What followed was a 3-century collapse of plagues, civil wars.
For the Republic! Brothers, no! Fight on!
Assassinations.
I am your emperor. Do not do this! Please have mercy!
Economic ruin. And barbarian invasions. Emperors were murdered.
His blood stains more than our hands. The dawn brings no absolution.
Borders shattered.
They're overwhelming us! Fall back! The river's ours!
Cities burned. And as the old empire bled to death, a new world began to rise from its ashes. This is the story of Rome's long death, and how the greatest empire in Western history slowly tore itself apart.
Traitors, you betray Rome! Lies! You are the destroyers! For the Republic, defend the Senate! You will fall!
If you haven't seen part 1, the link is in the description. Now, let's go back to where it all began to unravel. The philosopher king was dead. The age of spectacle had begun. Commodus, the son of Marcus Aurelius,
of perfection. None can rival my splendor. I am destined for eternal glory.
is everything his father is not. Where Marcus Aurelius was thoughtful, disciplined, and devoted to duty, Commodus is vain, cruel, and obsessed with
undefeated
spectacle.
and divine. Tremble before me!
He fights in the Colosseum as a
For
gladiator.
Rome! Victory!
Slaughtering wild animals for cheering crowds. He renames Rome after himself.
The old name is gone. Carve Commodus deeper.
Yes, it shall be as ordered.
He renames the months after himself. He believes he is Hercules reborn. The Senate despises him.
We cannot defy
The people
Emperor.
are entertained
Our
but
lives hang by
uneasy.
a thread. The throne watches.
On New Year's Eve,
The Emperor grows
192
suspicious. Then we
AD,
must act
his
now.
inner circle has had
The
enough.
guards are bribed. Yes, at dawn it is done.
His wrestling partner strangles him in the bath. It is the first assassination of a
Senate is
Roman
grave.
emperor in
What
over
has
a
happened?
century.
Tell me. The legions are defeated. The empire is in peril.
Gods protect us. What will become of Rome?
It will not be the last. The year 193 AD is known as the year of the 5 emperors. 5 men claim the throne. Civil war erupts across the empire. Septimius Severus, a North African general, emerges victorious. He rules for 18 years and holds the empire together. But his dying
The
advice
Empire's
to his
reward for your
sons
service.
tells you
Heavy
everything
with the weight
about
of
what
loyalty.
Rome has become.
While we starve, they feast on gold.
Enrich the soldiers, ignore everyone else. The army is now the kingmaker,
My brave soldiers, your loyalty humbles me.
and it knows it.
Together we shall conquer.
For the
Courage in
next
our hearts,
century,
we will not
the pattern
falter.
repeats. An emperor rises. He rules for a few years. He is murdered by his own troops or overthrown by a rival general. Between 235 and 284 AD, Rome has over 25 emperors. Some ruled for months. Most died by violence. The throne had become a death sentence. This is the crisis of the 3rd century, and it nearly destroys Rome. The economy collapses.
No one buys. The coins are worthless. These won't feed my family tonight.
The Antonine Plague returns in new waves. Entire towns are emptied. Silver coins are debased until they contain almost no silver at all. A loaf of bread that cost 2 coins now costs 200. Trade routes break down. Cities begin to shrink. Farmers abandon their fields. Bandits roam the roads that legions once kept safe. The borders crack. Germanic tribes pour across the Rhine and the Danube. In the east, a resurgent Persian empire under the Sassanids humiliates Rome. In 260 AD, Emperor Valerian marches east to face King Shapur. He is captured. The Roman emperor becomes a prisoner of war. According to Persian accounts, Shapur uses Valerian as a human footstool when mounting his horse. Rome has never been so humiliated. The empire fractures. Gaul, Britain and Spain break away. Egypt and the eastern provinces follow. For a brief, terrifying moment, it seems as though Rome itself might simply cease to exist. But Rome's worst enemies were no longer outside its borders. But Rome has survived worse. In 270 AD, a tough soldier
will
emperor
endure.
named Aurelian takes the throne.
I will see to it.
In just 5 years, he reunifies the empire by force. He defeats the breakaway kingdoms one by one. He builds a massive new wall around the city of Rome itself.
Cannot hold. Signal the reserves. Prepare the catapults.
20 kilometers of stone and brick that still stands today. The Aurelian Walls. Rome hasn't needed walls for 500 years. Now it does. Aurelian is murdered by his own officers in 275 AD. Of course he is. But the real transformation comes
The
with
empire must be
Diocletian,
reformed.
who takes power in
I see the path to
284
unity and
AD.
strength. We will prevail through order.
He is a former slave's son who rose through the army, a genius administrator with no patience for tradition. He makes a radical
The empire
decision.
must be divided.
The
This
empire
line shall
is
mark
too
the
large for one
separation
man to rule.
for the
He
stability
splits
of
it
Rome.
in two. Diocletian rules the East. He appoints a co-emperor for the West. Each has a deputy. 4
My
rulers
legions
for
shall secure
one
these
empire.
borders, and my fleets will
The
command
Tetrarchy.
seas. Tribute from these provinces will fund our roads. United, our empire will know no equal.
The
He
legends.
reforms the
Are the
army,
accounts balanced?
the tax
Almost, sir.
system,
A few coins
and
are
the
unaccounted
currency.
for. Find them. The quester demands precision. Yes, sir. I will check the records. Good. Report back promptly.
For 20 years. It works. The empire stabilizes. The borders hold. Diocletian also launches the last and most brutal persecution of Christians. He orders churches
Burn the heresies.
burned,
Let the flames
scriptures
cleanse this
destroyed, and
faith.
believers
No scripture
arrested.
escapes the empire's will.
Thousands die. The blood of the martyrs soaks into the foundations of the empire. It does not stop
Brothers, the dawn
Christianity.
breaks. Let us go forth in
Nothing
faith.
will.
Yes, lead us. The light guides our path. Our faith is our strength.
Because
Soldiers
in
of Rome,
312
the enemy
AD,
approaches.
everything
Stand firm.
changes.
Fight with valor for glory. My
A young
brave
general
warriors,
named
the time has
Constantine
come.
marches
Look to the
on Rome
mountains.
to
Our
claim the
destiny
Western
awaits.
throne.
Fight with me, and
Before the
victory will be
decisive
ours.
battle at the Milvian Bridge, he reportedly sees a vision. A cross in the sky. The words, "By this sign you will conquer." He orders his
Brothers,
soldiers
tonight
to
we
paint
march to
crosses
victory.
on their
For
shields.
honor and glory! Advance as one! Aye, forward! Hold the line!
He wins. Constantine does not just tolerate Christianity, he embraces it. In 313 AD, the Edict of Milan grants religious freedom across the empire.
Rejoice, your faith is protected.
Churches are built with imperial funds. Bishops gain political power. The old pagan temples begin to empty. And
Here,
then
in the East, we
Constantine
will
does
build our new
something
capital.
that will echo for
This
1,000
plan will
years.
change the world.
A bold vision, my lord.
It is the future of Rome.
He builds a new capital. On the site of Byzantium, between Europe and Asia, Constantine constructs a city that will bear his name, Constantinople. It is positioned perfectly, surrounded by water on 3 sides, defended by massive walls, commanding vital trade routes. He fills it with art from across the empire. He builds cathedrals, forums, and a hippodrome. He moves the government east. Constantinople is the new Rome. And in many ways, it will prove more enduring than the original. Rome, the eternal city, is no longer the capital of its own empire. When Emperor Theodosius dies in 395 AD, he divides the empire between his two sons. Arcadius receives the east. Honorius receives the west. The division is meant to be administrative, but the two halves will never reunite. The East will thrive. The West will wither. Constantinople will stand for over 1,000 years after Rome falls. It will preserve Roman law, Roman learning, and Roman identity. But in the West, the clock is ticking. And from the East, something was coming that even Rome could not control. The word barbarian comes from the Greek. It means anyone who doesn't speak Greek. To the Romans, it means anyone outside the borders. The Germanic tribes, the Goths, the Vandals, the Franks, the Saxons, the Huns. For centuries, Rome has managed them,
3 denarii.
sometimes fighting, sometimes trading,
The quality is good. 2 more. We have an agreement.
sometimes recruiting them into the legions.
Our blades are ready. We fight as one. For honor, for glory. For honor.
By the 4th century, many Roman soldiers are themselves Germanic,
We stand
many
together.
generals too.
One army now.
But in 376 AD, something happens that changes everything. The Huns arrive. Sweeping out of Central Asia,
Charge for
the Huns are fast,
Yeah!
brutal,
No mercy! Ride!
and relentless. They tear through the Gothic kingdoms north of the Danube. Tens of thousands of terrified Goths flee south.
Keep moving. We can't stop now. The Romans hold our fate. We must cross, or we perish here. I beg you, grant us passage.
And beg Rome for sanctuary. The emperor allows them to cross into Roman territory. But Roman officials exploit them. They extort food.
Your possessions will suffice. This is all we have. Hand them over.
They sell dog meat
Where is
to
the
starving
grain we were
refugees.
promised?
They lied to us. Settle down. Trade is fair.
I'm so hungry.
The Goths, armed and desperate, revolt.
Charge! Break their lines! No mercy! For our families! Fight! Victory is ours!
In 378 AD, at the Battle of Adrianople, the Gothic cavalry shatters the Roman army. 2/3 of the Eastern Field Army is destroyed in a single afternoon. Emperor Valens is killed on the field. His body is never found. It is one of the worst military disasters in Roman history, as devastating as Cannae 6 centuries earlier. The new emperor Theodosius has no choice. He settles the Goths inside the empire as semi-independent allies. They keep their own leaders, their own laws, their own armies. They are Romans on paper. In reality, they are a nation within a nation. From this point on, the Western Empire is increasingly dependent on barbarian generals to fight its wars. The real power behind the throne is often not Roman at all. Stilicho, a half-Vandal general, becomes the effective ruler of the West. He
Soldiers of
defeats
Rome,
the Goths
the hour
twice.
of battle is near. We fight not just for ourselves, but for the glory of the Empire. Stand with me, and let our enemies tremble before our might. For the glory of the Empire, we march! Forward to victory!
Then the Roman court, jealous of his power, has him executed in 408 AD. Without Stilicho, there is no one left to stop what comes next. In 410 AD, Alaric and his Visigoths march on Rome itself. The city that had conquered the world cannot defend itself. The legions are elsewhere. The walls are undermanned. On the night of August 24th, someone opens the Salarian Gate from the inside. Whether by treachery or desperation, we will never know. For 3 days, they sack the city. They plunder homes, strip temples, and carry off treasures that had been accumulating for 800 years. Gold and silver that had once flowed from Carthage, from Egypt, from Greece. Alaric orders his men to spare the churches, but everything else is fair game. It is the first time a foreign army has entered Rome in 800 years. St. Jerome, writing from Bethlehem, says simply, "The city which had taken the whole world was itself taken." St. Augustine begins writing The City of God, arguing that Rome's fall is not the end of civilization, but a sign that earthly empires are always temporary. Rome recovers. It is still technically the capital, but the message is clear. The eternal city is no longer untouchable. In 451 AD, Attila the Hun invades Western Europe. The Huns are the terror of the age. They fight from horseback with compound bows. They move faster than any army in history. They leave behind them a trail of burned cities and enslaved populations. Attila calls himself the Scourge of God. He believes he is destined to destroy Rome.
Die, you dog!
At the Battle of the Catalonian Plains in Gaul, a combined Roman and Visigothic force finally stops him. The battle is enormous. Tens of thousands die on both sides. It is indecisive. But Attila withdraws. The following year, he marches on Italy itself. Cities fall before him. Milan, Padua. Aquileia is destroyed so completely it is never rebuilt. Refugees fleeing Attila's army into the coastal marshes found a new settlement on the lagoon. It will one day be called Venice. Pope Leo I rides out to meet Attila. According to legend,
The omens
Attila
shift.
turns
We
back.
turn. A miracle, or our strategy unfolds.
Whether it was diplomacy, superstition, or plague in his army, we may never know. Attila dies in 453 AD, reportedly from a nosebleed on his wedding night. His empire collapses overnight. But Rome is already a shadow. In 455 AD, the Vandals sail from North Africa and sack Rome again. This time, it lasts 14 days. They strip the city systematically. Gold, silver, bronze, even the roof tiles of the temples. The word vandalism enters the language. By 460 AD, the Western Roman Empire controls almost nothing. Italy, parts of southern Gaul, that's all.
Most provinces are marked as lost. Only Italy and a sliver of Gaul remain. The empire is reduced to nothing.
The legions are gone. The treasury is empty. The emperor is a puppet controlled by barbarian generals. On September 4th, 476 AD, a Germanic chieftain named Odoacer deposes the last Western Roman emperor. His name is Romulus Augustulus, a boy, just a teenager, who carries the names of Rome's legendary founder and its first emperor. Romulus, who built the city. Augustus, who built the empire. And now this child carries both names as the empire crumbles around him. Odoacer doesn't destroy Rome. He doesn't burn it. He simply sends the imperial regalia, the purple cloak, the golden diadem, to Constantinople, and declares that the West no longer needs an emperor. The Eastern emperor shrugs and accepts. No great battle, no dramatic last stand, no fire in the sky. The Western Roman Empire simply stops existing, like a candle burning down to nothing in a room no one is watching. No trumpet, no final legion, no last Caesar. Only silence. 1,000 years of history over. But Rome does not die. It transforms. The Eastern Roman Empire, which we call the Byzantine Empire, survives for nearly another 1,000 years. Its scholars preserve Greek philosophy and Roman law. Its artists create mosaics of staggering beauty. Its capital, Constantinople, remains the largest and richest city in Europe for centuries. It finally falls to the Ottoman Turks in 1453. Nearly 1,000 years after Rome itself. In the West, the Catholic Church inherits Rome's structures. The Pope rules from Rome. Bishops govern provinces that were once run by governors. Latin remains the language of learning, of law, of prayer. Monks in monasteries copy Rome's books by hand. Preserving them through the centuries we call the Dark Ages. Roman law becomes the foundation of European legal systems.
We uphold it. Let the record reflect this continuity.
The French Code Civil, the German legal tradition, the international law that governs nations today, all trace their roots to Roman jurists writing 2,000 years ago. Charlemagne is crowned Holy Roman Emperor in 800 AD. The title survives until 1806. Napoleon crowns himself emperor.
I accept this crown with solemn duty. May our realm prosper under its light.
In the style of Caesar. The Russian Tsars take their name from Caesar. So do the German Kaisers. Every parliament, every senate, every republic on earth carries Rome's fingerprints. The roads the Romans built still run beneath European highways. The aqueducts still stand. The Colosseum still draws millions of visitors every year. The calendar Caesar reformed still governs our days. Walk through any European city and you are walking through Rome's shadow. The arches, the columns, the domes, the law courts. The idea that citizens have rights. The belief that a republic can govern itself. All of it began here. On 7 hills, beside a river, with a city that refused to die. For nearly 1,000 years, Rome rose. For 3 centuries, it fell. For 2,000 years since, it has haunted every civilization that followed. Every nation that writes its laws in a Senate chamber. Every city that builds its roads in straight lines. every church that raises a dome toward the sky, every soldier who marches in formation, every child who reads about wolves and twins. Rome is still here, not as an empire of marble, but as an empire of ideas. In every stone, in every law, in every idea worth fighting for. That is the story of Rome. Not just the greatest empire of the ancient world, but the foundation of the one we live in now. If you enjoyed this journey, please hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history. And let me know in the comments which city or civilization would you like to see next. As always, we'll see you in the past.